at this guy. Now, today I'm dressing down, by the way. I'm always dressed up because years ago I used to dress casually and nobody took me serious. So I realized I've got to dress like the other schmoes, and if I do, then they listen to me. I put suits on, and I always wait till I get them on discount, but I put suits on. And I come in. Now imagine one day I hit my head and get dumb again, and I see a cow on the side of the road coming from Lake Worth here to my work at Hippocrates. And I say, hey, I'm thirsty. Let me get under the cow and drink from its nipples. Now, let's be very honest. Now, I know this is a little uncomfortable for some of you, but if you saw me do that, and you had a cell phone, what was the first thing you would do with a cell phone? I'd be on CNN that night. We knew he was a Meshuggah. But after you took my photograph or picture, you'd actually call the police. And if the police showed up, and if I was under the cow sucking from its nipple, would I be arrested? Who here doesn't think I'd be arrested? Raise your hand. So what you all agree with is that I'd be arrested. This is what you've been doing since you were a baby. Oh, now dead quiet. Oh. I didn't put two and two together. Just because somebody else collects it from the cow, puts it in a fancy package, and overcharges you, doesn't mean you're not doing this. That's like what you saw.
Assume that someone says, I agree, no beef, no chicken, no fish, I don't eat any of it. I just have dairy, and it's actually organic dairy. Is that okay?
Yeah. So I'll start with my latest book, Dairy Deception. I was also surprised that none of my colleagues wrote a book on eggs. And so I actually added eggs into dairy because when I was a little boy, in the dairy section were eggs. They have nothing to do with dairy, but they seem to be there. Now, the most unnatural thing that we've probably ever been told to do is to drink milk from another creature. But my God, it's the most pervasive thing that I ever remember being told. We not only were intimidated with education, and even higher education tells you that dairy is a necessity, but it's an absurdity when you think about it. The first slide I have in my presentation, Dairy Deception, is I have a man dressed like me in a suit underneath a cow drinking from its breast. Now, if you actually saw, now let's be honest here. Take a moment. If you actually saw a guy dressed in a suit park his car, his BMW, on the side of a road and go into the pasture and get under the cow and suck from its breast, would you not call the police? Would this man not get arrested? And shouldn't he get arrested? But let's imagine he didn't park his BMW and drink from the breast. He drove another mile and went to the supermarket and he bought milk. But he cowered inside of his home and drank it without anyone watching it. And nobody thinks anything of that. They did such a good marketing job. When I was a boy, I was stunned that the only thing I ever got free was milk. Remember free milk? So I was lucky. I married a wonderful lady I'm in love with from Sweden. I said, did you get free milk in Sweden? She said, absolutely. Can you imagine this marketing they did? And we're talking a long time ago. And by the way, our parents' generation got it too. It's not only people my age in their 60s, it's people in their 80s got the same. Then I went to Russia, and I asked the question. In communist Russia, I said, did you get free milk? And yes, in the major cities, they got free milk. Now, can you imagine this? What other industry do you know that actually got into the schools and literally force-fed you milk and then got the teachers through manuals that were written by governments who were in cahoots with the dairy industry? Your government in the United States last year took your tax dollars and gave $300 million to advertise dairy with your tax dollars. And it's written in the schoolwork. And so little boys and little girls are given this milk told they don't drink it. Your government, by the way, is in bed with fast